So that's like nutrient time. That's another thing you do. And then there's, when it comes to, when it comes to cutting, another thing you can do, like talking about that whole, your plate being like, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, or quarter, quarter, or half kind of thing, with proteins and starchy carbs kind of being equal there. You can also lean towards increasing your protein overall in comparison to your carbs. So that could look like, again, if we're looking at overall nutrients, like 100%, like that could look something like going from 25 to, like getting 40 to 50% or 40% of your calories from protein versus like 35 or 30% of your calories from protein. The reason being, by upping your protein, you're actually more thermogenic than you would otherwise. And what I mean by that is, when you look at a gram of protein or carbohydrates or fat, so one gram of fat is 9 calories. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories. So let's say you have 100 grams of 100 grams of sorry, you take 100 grams of protein, right? Yeah. Or 100 calories, or it doesn't matter. Let's say 100 grams of protein, that's 400 calories, right?
Yeah.
Of that 400 calories, roughly 25 to 35% of those calories will be going just towards digesting those calories, that protein. So what I mean by that is, again, that 100 grams, of those 100 grams of protein, I'm sorry, 400, that's 400 grams.
Let's just make it 100
calories.
grams of protein. Forget it. Who cares? It's let's say you
got so let's call it 100 calories. 100 calories, because 100 calories. So 100 calories of protein. 25 to 35% of those calories go straight to digestion, which means that your net amount of protein that your body actually can assimilate into itself is only about 65 to 75 of calories. So 25 to 35 of those calories are immediately out the window. It's like body never even took them in.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Whereas with fats and proteins, it's somewhere between 15 and 25%. So again, that same 100 calories worth of carbs that you take in, 15 to 25 of them are utilized for the breaking down of those carbs and to be assimilated into your body. So that means you'll net 75 to 85 calories of carbs. So with the same amount of, same number of grams of either protein or carbohydrates, your body in the end takes in less calories with the protein than it does with the carbohydrates.
Exactly.
So simply by increasing your protein in lieu and in favor of, or in lieu of a carb or a fat, you automatically put yourself in a more thermogenic position than you would otherwise. So that's another thing you can do, is just increase your protein, lower the other while you lower the other things. Again, you don't want to decrease them to either 1 to 0, because that would not benefit you in the long run. But increasing your protein a little bit for that specific period of time is a great thing to do if you're looking to cut and minimize as much muscle loss and maximize as much fat loss as possible in that instance. So there's more to nutrition. There's always more to nutrition.
Of course, there's a lot more, but this is just about cutting, right? So basically, so even if you don't want to lose weight, suppose you don't want to lose weight, you just want to cut your fat out. So I mean, I guess you will lose weight.
That's the thing. So that's another thing. Like, weight is just anything, right? So weight is water, weight is fat, weight is muscle. So when you say I want to lose weight, like, cool, you can lose weight really easily. By losing, most people, what they really mean is they want to lose fat. So again, talking about the nutrition side of things, that's going to help. That's going to create, by approaching nutrition in that way, that's going to create the environment that allows weight to be lost, right? Now, what dictates that weight being fat versus muscle is your approach to your workouts.
Okay.
What I mean by that is, like, you basically have to signal to your body that even though I'm in a caloric deficit, I need to keep the muscle that I have, or increase it. At the very least, keep it, if not increase it, if I can't increase it. So by incorporating a combination of heavy heavy exercises, heavy weight exercises. What I mean by that is like heavy deadlifts, heavy squats, overhead pressing, compound movements. These types of movements, one, by being multiple common movements, are movements that incorporate multiple muscle groups. So by incorporating multiple muscle groups, your body is it's a faster process. You're meaning when I'm saying it's a faster process, I mean it's a lot easier to do one set of pull-ups than it is to do one core exercise followed by one back exercise followed by one overhead press exercise. The pull-up kind of hits a little bit of all of those, so that's a compound movement that does all that. But by adding in very heavy stuff, your body gets a signal to say, okay, I need to keep this muscle in order to function, because obviously I keep doing things that are stressing my muscles and stressing my body, and that my body needs that muscle. So if I need the muscle because this stuff is happening, then I can what can I get rid of in order to, or what can I burn in order to keep my maintenance number of energy needs. And so it'll go towards fat preferentially versus muscle. So by lifting weights, you're doing that. Now, if you just do if you just do cardio and you don't incorporate any form of resistance training, you don't really get that same benefit, because cardio, except for there are certain types of cardio that will give you some muscle. Like, for example, sprinting is great for the lower body for building muscle. The rowing is also great for building muscle for the upper body. Some forms of swimming as well, but most people's form of cardio is just strictly running. Excuse me, or maybe biking. Biking can do it too.
Jogging is so boring, man. I prefer sprinting. I enjoy sprinting.
Yeah, I think jogging is boring too. I hate it.
So boring.
But yeah, so a lot of people just like think, oh, I want to lose fat or I want to lose weight, so I'm going to just run, and that's cool. It's good. It's great. But at the same time, if you're not also incorporating some form of resistance training, your body then thinks to itself, okay, I don't need muscle either. I just need cardio. I just need like heart health or heart conditioning. Therefore, I can get rid of anything and everything. So it'll get rid of fat, but it'll also get rid of muscle. So that's why incorporating the weightlifting, and again, you don't have to do heavy weights, but for me, I prefer heavy weights. And also for the amount of time that you're putting in, I'd rather do 2 or 3, like 4 or 5 sets of 2 or 3 reps of a heavy weight than a split karate routine that's going to take me an hour and a half.
Oh, super setting. I mean, once you start
or super setting,
once you start doing heavy weights and once you start lifting and start getting the strength to lift more and more, you get addicted to it. It's fun. It's fun. It's like, I want to lift more. So you're going to work more towards, and you want to just go to the next guy. It's just, I'm loving it, dude. I mean, I'm doing a lot better than I used to. Today I did my leg workout, and I was pretty happy with what I did. I did a leg press up. I mean, for you probably it's nothing, but all this is relative, right? From where you start.
It's all relative. Yeah.
So I did a 150 kg leg press up today, and I did 12 reps of that. So I was pretty happy with that. I was pretty Point is, you get kicked. You get that kick. Like every week, you're increasing your weight a little bit more. So, I mean, like you said, there are several benefits of exercise. Not only do you look, like how everybody starts is because they want to look better, but then they start realizing the other effects of it, that it's not about just looking better, it's how you feel afterwards. And I don't mean buff, I mean internally how you feel. Like, I think a lot of hormones are secreted, which just makes
like serotonin, dopamine, like they're released, norepinephrine, like these things released, like they're like your happy hormones, or like
testosterone, happy hormones. So
or tell your body like, oh, you're content. You need those. Similar to a runner's high, like people who run for a long period of time and start to feel that euphoria. It's like kind of like that. It's like your body. You don't get a runner's high when you're lifting, but you definitely get that like, wow, I feel amazing kind of thing, because your body releases all those endorphins when it's going through that process. So again, incorporating weightlifting and conditioning or cardio is important, but don't just do the cardio, otherwise you lose your muscle.